Are you ready? I said, are you ready? You are listening to Voice of the Fans Sportscast, brought to you by none other than the voices of the fans. Discussing football, basketball, news, trending topics. The one-stop shop for all things sports. Voice of the Fans Sportscast. Hosted by none other than Ben Swift Reynolds, Taylor Gatwood, and Tyler Wright. Voice of the Fans Sportscast. Voice of the Fans Sportscast. Voice of the Fans Sportscast.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Voice of the Fans Sportscast with your host Ben Reynolds, Taylor Gatwood, Tyler Wright. We back in here. What's going on, guys?
What's up? What's up, Ben?
Not much, man. Feeling good on this Wednesday. I was kind of tired, but I took me a little nap. I'm ready to go now.
Had a busy day at work?
Yeah, man. When you work hard, you know, early mornings, long nights. Now you gotta catch sleep in between.
Take that grind, huh?
Bro. You taking naps, bro. You getting old.
No, man. You never too old to take naps.
Bro, I want to take naps, bro. That's for old folks.
Man, you be in the parking lot taking one in the trucks. I don't know what you're talking about.
Chill out, bro. Just chill.
Him and Sarah.
Don't just keep the car running. What you
I'll
say,
be in the
Gatwood?
truck warm up.
Yeah.
Said him and Sarah.
Yes, sir. Oh, snap. Hey, everybody need a little buddy.
Whoa.
He said, whoa. There's nothing wrong with that, Tyler. No shaming over here. All friendlies. Let's get into it. The AFC South. The Jaguars, they finished last in the division. They went 1-15. What a year for the Jags, you know. Gardner Minshew, he didn't turn out like we hope he would. You know, he had potential. I think that he's the one on the other game manager QBs. You know, you only can go so far with those type of guys. And the defense, you know, they let a lot of key starters go in the last couple of years. So that defense been demolished. I remember a couple years back, it was one of the best rated defenses, you know, in the league. And all of a sudden they can't stop a nosebleed. So the Jaguars, they coming in. What you say?
So they traded everybody.
Yeah, they traded everybody, you know. Sometimes, you know, players talk and you just gotta overlook that. But no, they gave those players their wish and sent them out of there. And, you know, like I said, the QB play been less than impressive. And you know the Jazz going to the draft needing a QB. And we already know it's been like undisputed. Trevor Lawrence is going number one, which I don't know why from the Jazz I'm taking Zach Wilson. But Trevor Lawrence is pretty much the quarterback for the Jazz. You know, everybody pretty much calling it. What do the Jazz need to get better? What do they need to add besides, you know, they already got James Robinson, DJ Chark, and they drafted a receiver last year.
They need to focus on defense.
Yeah, they do. They need a couple of linemen, corner.
I would say a tight end, too.
Who is Jaguars tight end? That's a good name. That's a good one, Tyler. I ain't even think about that. Is it Hennessy? Not Hennessy. Sean Who is it? Sean O'Hennessy?
The real question is, what do the Jaguars not need?
Everything. They should have been like Dolphins, stockpiling draft picks because they're not gonna do anything this year. Maybe not next year either. Because they so far back in needs. Like Tyler brought in, they needed tight end. Tyler Eifert is the tight end number 2.
Their starting tight end is this dude named Chris Mahert. I have no idea who that is.
He must took over for the other tight end, James.
He got hurt, I think. He got hurt.
Mm.
Their
That what
O-line
happened?
ain't that bad. Their O-line ain't that bad.
They pretty much at the bottom of the list with loud pressures. And their running game, I thought they're running. What you say?
Didn't they sign Shaquille Griffin?
Yeah. So that's their corner. And they traded for Malcolm Brown from New Orleans, so that's their interior. And they did sign Marvin Jones Jr. And let me see what else a notable signing. They re-signed Sidney Jones.
Their receiving corps is kind of nice.
Yeah, they signed Philip Dorsett. You remember him from the Patriots?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They signed wide receiver Jamal Agnew. That's a pretty good one. He's a nice compliment.
Marvin Jones.
Yep. So they did do a lot of work in free agency, but they still need to beef up that D line. Even though they did trade for Malcolm Brown, he's a stud. He did great in New Orleans. He did great with the Patriots. They really just need to focus on that defense side of the ball. I feel like that offense, even with Gardner Minshew, you saw like glimpses, but they just got to make sure you got to protect the quarterback, and you got to just play great defense, especially in that division. And signing Shaquille Griffin, that was huge for them because they need a top-rated corner.
Well, their DN, they got Josh Allen. He's good. And then last year they drafted that Kayvon Chason from LSU in the first round.
Mm-hmm.
And then still got Miles Jack, and they got Joe Sherbert. And then so their 2 corners are going to be Shaquille Griffin and then C.J. Henderson. He was another first-round pick from last year. Remember the dude from Florida?
Mm-hmm.
I think they need a safety for sure, and probably another pass rusher. After Lawrence, obviously.
Yeah, once they get these pieces together, I think they'll do all right. They win, especially more than one game. But other than that,
they only won one game lately?
Yeah.
Actually looking at their roster, it's not as bad as I thought it was. Like, I think they could build off this roster.
Can't imagine being on a team that won one game all season, but that had to suck.
They were probably tanking though, pretty hard.
Yeah. Oh my God.
My bad.
You still there?
Yeah, my bad. Say that again for me.
I was saying their roster, they have some stuff to build on. It's not that bad.
I don't know, man. When I did watch some of the Jacksonville games, they did rely heavily on James Robinson, and they had a decent passing game, but they just they couldn't keep up. Their defense couldn't stop nobody, and I don't know how much you just rely on the running game now. Well, you're probably gonna need to since Trevor Lawrence coming in.
Yeah.
Like I said, though, like he's going to come in. They got good weapons. Like,
yeah.
So he's not going to be. They got Laviska Shenault, and then they got DJ Chark, Marvin Jones, and then at running back they got James Robinson. And then like they do need to get a tight end, though, probably for the offense.
So if you're the GM, you focus on the defense side of the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless they want to get a good O lineman.
Yeah, because you can't do nothing if your quarterback's on his back.
Yeah.
When did this pick? I just had their first round picks. I don't have that say. I don't have all their picks.
I mean,
don't
they'll
even
have
know
the first pick in the second round, so that'll be
Yeah.
33.
How many picks do they have?
Let me see.
Yeah, like to order to get like major stats, you gotta pay PFF to get. You gotta get elite status to see all the stats and stuff. That's crazy.
Oh, they got the 25th pick too.
How many picks do they have?
Let's see. All right, they got the number 1 pick. They got the 25th pick. They got the 33 pick. They got the 45th pick. So they have 4 picks in the first 2 rounds. And
Well, that should be a load up then.
Yeah.
What would y'all do with their second pick though?
I'm probably going tackle. Cause they did sign Shaquille Griffin. I gotta make sure Trevor Lawrence have time to throw the ball.
They get like an edge rusher. So I think they run a 3-4.
They do.
So if they got 2 first round picks and another, like, so you're saying like with their 25th pick that should go edge right there?
I think they could.
And then 30. I mean, 25
depending on who's left.
Yeah, depending on who's there.
25 and 33, they could go edge rusher and tackle. And then with the 45th pick, they could go tight end or safety.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, I feel like those two are interchangeable, the tackle or the edge rush. Because in this division, you may have to play against Watson. Then you have Wentz and Tannehill. Tannehill like to run, so you got to contain that guy.
So they got 5 picks in the top 65, so they can make some moves. I mean, they can beef up their team a little bit with the draft.
Oh yeah, for sure. They might win 5 games next year.
Yeah. I mean, it's a step in the right direction.
Yeah, it's a step in the right direction. Just think about that. If you win only 2 games next year, you're like, well, it's better than 1 game.
We doubled our total.
You're striving. That's all you can do. So, Jaguar fans, at least y'all got a nice young quarterback coming in, and y'all have something to look forward to.
Yeah, I'd be kind of excited if I was a Jaguars fan.
Yeah, again, Trevor Lawrence, you get Sunshine. I don't know if he's the best quarterback in the draft, but that's something to be excited about, though. At least you're getting a young, new quarterback. That's plenty to be excited about. Let's move on to the Texans. The Texans went 4-12. They may be without Watson. We don't know yet. But they signed Mark Ingram. They re-signed Vernon Hargreaves. How you feel about that re-signing Vernon Hargreaves?
He's trash.
Yeah. Ever since he had the injury, he hasn't been the same. Y'all signed Andre Roberts because y'all did lose Will Fuller. Don't you remember Andre Roberts? Last time I remember he played with the Cardinals.
Yeah, he's a solid number 5 receiver.
Oh, that's funny. Y'all signed linebackers I never heard of, so that's good. Y'all signed Terrence Mitchell. That's a pretty good signing. He's solid. Dang, man, y'all did a whole lot of nothing. Y'all did a lot, but it was a lot of nothing.
A lot. A whole lot of nothing. That's funny. That's funny.
We did sign a
Desmond King.
Yeah, we got Desmond King.
Dante Moncrief.
Solid number 4.
And Philip Lindsay. How you feel about Philip Lindsay?
I mean, that's a nice pickup.
I know how I'm feeling Lindsay. I never drafted him.
Better than David
Johnson.
He's better than David Johnson.
No way, man.
David Johnson's garbage.
No, he's not.
Dude, you didn't watch our games, dude. He's trash. He has like 2 yards of carry.
Yo, O-line is like 30 30th or something like that. It's in the bottom.
Dude, it don't even matter who we sign, dude. If we don't have Deshaun Watson, we'll go 0-16.
The question is, do y'all go in there drafting quarterback?
Yeah, what, with our 3rd round pick?
Oh, snap. I don't know,
Who
man.
is
Y'all
running
gotta do something because y'all can't go through the season without Watson. Cause Watson gonna get suspended. It's just a matter of when. It's not. I'm not saying it's not saying that he's guilty, but Roger Goodell gonna suspend you regardless if you innocent or not.
That's why we got Tyrod Taylor.
Oh, yeah, I do got Tyrod Taylor.
Yeah, that's 2 games. If Watson won y'all 4, that's definitely 2. Why y'all cut Darren Fells?
I don't know. It don't matter, man. We suck regardless.
He was solid, bro.
Who
Yeah,
was
you
running the
saw
show
it
over there, bro? Like, he got a, hey.
Huh?
Who was the GM? What's his name?
Billy Brown.
Yo, y'all even cut Clemente, the guard from the Saints.
Yeah, he's garbage.
Now when he played with us,
Well, I mean, we don't have any coaching, so
man,
we can move on, man. There's something else to talk about.
now I want to know what you're gonna do in the draft in the 3rd round. That's what I'm trying to figure out. What y'all going in the 3rd round?
Who knows, man?
I bet there's like 30 different mock drafts with 30 different players going to y'all. Guys, the 3rd round. Nobody can predict those rounds successfully. If I were y'all, I'll just pack it up. I want you to just go to the draft. I give away my picks. Hey, y'all can have this one. Y'all can have
get rid of
this
the whole franchise. The whole franchise can just go away.
Like, can I get something for these picks, some money or something? Because what's the point of going to the draft?
Only thing I'm looking forward to is fantasy. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all
Let me ask you this. Are y'all gonna be the worst team in the league?
We don't have Deshaun, yes.
All right. So that means y'all go like 1-16, right? We'll just say 1-16. That get y'all 1st round pick. You taking a quarterback?
I mean, if Deshaun's gone, yeah.
What about he's still like in suspension?
Then no. I mean, it just depends, man. Everything revolves around Deshaun at this point, honestly.
First he wanted to trade. Now he's having this whole legal problem, and he's still holding the team hostage either way.
The team, Bill O'Brien single-handedly destroyed that franchise. So.
he burned it to the ground overnight.
He did. I mean, it's crazy how much one man.
Somebody hired him to do that. The way he's doing, bro.
It's probably Belichick. He was from the Patriots coaching tree. He's like, man, they got a nice little young team. Go destroy them.
I'm sorry, but I gotta say this. Was Bill O'Brien's wife one of those masseuse therapists? That's all.
Oh, come on, bro.
Oh, God. He was a masseuse therapist, and then they had a mix-up, and then he's like, all right, well, I'm trading your boy Hopkins.
God, that man have a vendetta for the Texans. He's ruined y'all. That's bad. All right, man. We'll leave the Colts alone. I mean the Texans alone.
Yeah, please.
Oh, man. I just had to give you a benefit. I couldn't just skip over your team. I had to at least, talk about them.
Yeah, not much to talk about.
All right, let's go on to the Colts. They got big-time Wentz, Carson Wentz, a new man, a new number. in my opinion, that was a great signing, a great trade. Even though they gave up a third rounder, a second rounder, and that second rounder might become a first rounder. It all depends on how Wentz do. But they'll be in the 2020 draft. But the Eagles did get a third rounder in 21 draft. Man, like that's huge for the Colts. Think about it, they went 11-5 with Phillip Rivers. If Carson Wentz can get back to who he was like 2 years ago, oh my word, I believe they Super Bowl contender.
They re-signed T.Y., didn't they?
Huh?
Yes. Yeah,
Didn't they re-sign T.Y. Hilton?
I couldn't hear you.
Didn't they re-sign T.Y. Hilton?
Yes, they did.
Who's the receiver after him?
Michael Pittman.
Yeah, that young stud that showed off in the playoffs. Oh yeah, then they got it's not Parcells.
Pascal.
Yeah, Pascal. That's it. Pascal. And he's solid too. When T.Y. Hilton was out, he was the number one.
I can see them drafting the receiver though. I can see them drafting the receiver though.
I'm thinking corner.
They can get a receiver in
or
the
edge.
late round, yeah.
They couldn't get no pressure on. Like the defense played solid, but they need to get pressure. Their pressure on that up front, their front four wasn't that great creating pressure. If you create pressure, that make the cornerbacks better. They sign Xavier Rhodes. They re-signed Xavier Rhodes back.
They still
to me, I wouldn't even touch the offense unless I just need like a guard or a tackle. But
they still got what's his name? Justin Houston.
I think they do because he's now on the free agency report. I think they bolstered up their defense. The offense is they got 3 stud receivers. They got 2 really good running backs. And the tight end, they got a good tight end. I mean, let's focus on the defense and make it even more better by adding some edge rushers. They can create havoc. They got awesome linebackers. So
I say corner. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking corner or edge, man.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They said it's another really deep receiver class, so they could probably get one like second or third round.
Mhm. I mean, like I said, that linebacker core is a stud, especially Darius Leonard. And like you said, you got Justin Houston and DeForest Buckner on the D line with Stewart. Like you said, they need an edge rush. They need somebody to go to the opposite side of Houston. And that corner, man, they like I said, the only good corner they have is Xavier Rhodes, and they re-signed him back. So I'm thinking,
they've got any other good corners?
Not really that I just know by name like that. Remember, how did they lose that Bills game? It was a defense struggle. The offense, they just couldn't put any points on the board. The Bills' defense stopping the offense, and their defense was stopping the Bills. It was close going into the second half. And playing in this division, I'm bolstering my defense. I mean, we got to see Derrick Henry twice. And that's the team really trying to knock off the Titans. So you bolster up that defense, you can score with the Titans, man. Like I said, you got the running game, you got 3 receivers, you got Jack Doyle. You can score winningly, especially with Wentz if he's the Wentz of 2 years ago.
They got Kenny Moore at corner. He's pretty good, isn't he?
He's decent. From when I watched, the couple of Coast games I watched. But I have a feeling they're going to go like I said, they can probably go corner or edge. I want to see why they would go offensive line first pick. Cause Phillip Rivers seemed like he had plenty of time. Did he seem like that to y'all when y'all watched some of the Colts games?
Yeah, they got a good O-line.
So let's work on that defense so they can stop Dan Henry. All right, let's move on to the Titans. The Titans went 11-5. They signed. They didn't really do too much in free agency either. But I'm trying to see any notable signings for the Tennessee Titans. All right. Well, of course, they cut like most of their secondary. They did have problems in secondary. They released Malcolm Butler, Kenny Vaccaro. They cut Adam Humphries. Y'all remember Adam Humphries?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was good with the Buccaneers.
And they cut, what was that other corner they cut? It was really fast. Adoree Jackson?
Adoree Jackson. So they going corner. They released both of their starting corners. That's crazy. Is that not?
Yeah, I don't. That they cut most of their secondary.
Yes, they let go.
They cut 2 starters.
They cut 3 corners and a safety.
That's crazy.
Man, they serious
who
about
they got
something.
left? Christian Fulton.
He's decent.
And it's only like his second year though, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was a rookie last year.
Yeah, he's decent. He's pretty decent.
Yeah, they better.
But now he's gonna be number 1. He's gotta move up, and that's not good.
Oh, I'm saying. They could. They lost what's his name to the Patriots.
Who was that?
I don't know who was behind them. Jonas Lee.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. Nah, I didn't understand that. Why they cut? Even though Delaney Walker's coming back, but still, Jonas Smith is like a young Delaney Walker.
He's so fast.
What? That dude was balling. He was like fancy tight end number like 6 or 7 before he got injured. He was moving up the charts very quickly.
The Titans got Janoris Jenkins.
So.
Jack Rabbit. Oh, okay. They still need a corner.
Yeah.
Ain't moving no knees.
Jack Rabbit's pretty old. Janoris Jenkins is like, what, 31, 32?
And he bite on every double move, bro.
He does. He always try to jump routes. And sometimes it helps him out, sometimes it doesn't. But the Titans, their pass rushing wasn't too high either.
Nah.
It really wasn't. It was like non-existent.
They really just, they're not bad, but they just not good. You know what I'm saying? Like they just regular.
Their team predicates on the running game. So that's why they can hide some of the weakness in the defense, because they can keep them off the field and they don't have to be on the field long enough. But as you see, they couldn't stop Lamar Jackson. He started going off on them through the air and on the ground. That's why it's important if I think they get a corner or an edge. They in the same needs as the Colts right now.
But worse.
Yeah, I think the Colts are better set up than the Titans.
Mm-hmm.
Can't believe they cut out their corner like this.
Man, that's what happens when they get mad when you lose to Lamar Jackson.
I don't think I ain't never seen nothing like that happen though. Two starting corners in the faces.
Just like that. And especially Adoree Jackson, bro. Why?
Like,
Didn't he have issues or something in the locker room? What? I don't understand that.
That's crazy.
They couldn't pay him? I don't understand.
I don't understand. They should have paid Johnny Smith. They should have paid him.
I know. I don't know I was really shocked by that. But hey, they're a good team, so they might know something we don't know. And who y'all think gonna win this division? The Colts or Titans?
Colts.
Yeah, I'm riding with Colts. When Colts made that trade for Wentz, I said, oh yeah, they in there now. No doubt about it. All right, guys, we just went over the AFC South and team needs before the draft. The draft is about a week and a half away. So excited. I'm ready to see this thing, see what the Saints is going to do. I don't know why I'm excited to see the Saints going to do, because they're going to pick another no-name guy like always. And I'm going to be like, who? I waited 2 hours for this?
Right.
And they be getting me with that. But I want to talk about this earlier. Aaron Donald in some trouble. He went MMA on one guy, messed him up pretty bad. An attorney of an out-of-state man said Wednesday that his client was asking Pittsburgh police to press assault charges against former University of Pittsburgh football star Aaron Donald after an altercation between two last weekend. I don't even care about that. His client, 26-year-old Vincent Springs, was assaulted by Mr. Donald in early morning hours of April 11th after a squabble at the South Side After Hours Club. The incident left Mr. Spriggs with a concussion, 16 stitches in his eye, and a broken nose.
What's the world?
First, why in the world are you fighting Aaron Donald?
Boy, why are you fighting?
Yeah, that's the last thing.
Boy.
This dude big like a mug.
But you gotta let him have it, bro.
What he do? Take a girl? What he do? Step on your J's?
It don't matter what he did, bro.
He will bought you some new J's. He's like, hey man, you stuff my J's. He's like, all right man, I got you. What's your address?
Hey, that's one of those times you guys gotta be like, my bad, player, you got it, bro.
Like I wanna know what he like. Was he getting jealous because he was like buying up all the bottles? He couldn't get one.
I think they said he took a bottle. Something happened. I forgot what happened. They said it on Twitter.
If he wanted my girl, I'd be like, you can have her, man. I'm good.
The way he picked up that lineman.
Like what?
What running back was that he was fighting? He picked him up and he was kicking his legs. He was trying. He was like, put me down. I forgot which running back that was. Man, he grabbed him up by the pads and picked him up.
Was it Zeke?
Huh?
Was it Zeke?
I don't know who it was. It was like last year or a year before that. Man, you should know better. You dumb. Maybe, like I said, maybe he picked a fight with him so he can get some money.
Bro,
that's the only reason.
He got a concussion.
What's up? Well, I want to know why his arm was in a sling.
Bro, you seen the picture, bro? Oh my god!
Yeah, I saw a picture. Man, what? I'm trying to figure out. It said I just read his injuries, but why his arm is in a sling?
Oh my god!
That man, come on, that man trying to milk it now. He put his arm in a sling. He's like, yeah, put my arm in this. He hurt me up pretty bad. Man,
this man's eyes swollen shut, bro.
It's like an egg. That dude. So what y'all think gonna happen to Aaron Donald? What, suspended 4 games?
Yeah, he gonna get suspended.
That's about it. Probably sell it out of court, give him a little bit of cash. That's it. But note to self, guy, don't fight Aaron Donald if you don't take MMA or something?
I don't know if you should try it then.
Yeah, I don't know. You should try this.
He said Aaron Donald, he accidentally ran into him. The dude said Donald punched him after he accidentally bumped into him.
Man,
You're right.
You're right. That's what I'm saying.
In the cast, bro.
Look, I knew it. I knew I'd do some of that. He probably bumped into him. He saw him mouthing off like, "Watch where you going, boy." Or something like that. Aaron Donald like, "What?" And next you know, they start fighting. You know, that's how most fights in the club happen because somebody bumped it. Like, it's a club, bro. Like, the club is packed.
Oh, my God.
Of course you're going to bump into somebody. Just use your manners and say, excuse me.
Oh, they said they jumped him. Oh, my God.
Oh, my goodness. Now you just making it. I just look at the guy like, you really want to believe they jumped you? I'm pretty sure Aaron Donald can handle you by himself.
Seriously.
Man, this dude full of. He know he trying to get some money, Ty. I'm trying to tell you. He's saying all this stuff, guy. He probably started the fight. And look, they probably gonna roll back the cameras, then we really have footage and see what happened. Now, Aaron Donald just went beast mode in mud after he bumped into him, he just punched him in the mouth, then got on top of him, then there's Aaron Donald probably gone for about 8 to 10 games. But if none of that happened, then this not even an issue. I do want to bring up this issue. Well, it's not really an issue. I think it's fine. I find it kind of not funny, but kind of surprising. It's about Trevor Lawrence. There's claims that he's not really a competitor, and that he don't really take like football seriously. I want to just read this, and y'all tell me what y'all think. All right, Trevor Lawrence said this. It's hard to explain that we talking about football, that because I want people to know that I'm passionate about what I do, and it's really important to me. But I don't have this huge chip on my shoulder that everyone's out to get me, and I'm trying to prove everybody wrong. I just don't have that. I can't manufacture that. I don't want to. Then Trevor Weiss says there's also more in life than playing football. Then Trevor says, yeah, and I think people mistake that for being a competitor. I think that's unhealthy to a certain extent. Just always thinking that you got to prove somebody wrong, you got to do more, you got to be better. And his high school football coach said he could walk away from it tomorrow and be fine.
I'm not mad at this. There is more to life than football.
Yeah, he's a big, like, I know he's a good Christian guy. I think he's saying, like, he's basically saying, like, life's more than just football.
So it don't have nothing to do about being a competitor, about him wanting to play.
No, he's competitive, man. He wouldn't have. I mean, he went to Clemson, won national championship, beat Alabama. The dude's a competitor.
A lot of people, a lot of GMs and a lot of experts are taking this like, yo, he sound like what's his name? Arizona quarterback. What his name escaping me? Kyler Murray. About him not being passionate about football. 'Cause I remember he was playing baseball too.
I don't think I think people just mistake that. Like you said, I don't think you have to be like a crazy football maniac to be good and love what you do. Like, he's gonna work. Like, I'm pretty sure he's pretty consistent at working out and working on his craft. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't like I think people be wanting them to like be ready to die by it or something.
Mm-hmm. Well, he is going to the draft as number 1 pick, so he must be doing something right.
Exactly.
I just most football players wouldn't say that though.
Yeah, I can see him not saying that like the way he did. I will agree with that. Like, he would have been better off just not saying it.
Mm-hmm. Because man, it make you seem like you're not really sold into playing football. That you're okay. That because that's what comparative being all about. It's like having a chip on your shoulder and going out each and every day and getting better. You know you got to be better. Every time you play a sport, you know you got to be better than the next day. You gotta bring it the same energy. You gotta bring it every other day. So I understand him talking about thing you gotta prove somebody wrong. I don't play to prove somebody wrong, KD, but you play to get better, to better yourself, to better your team. And you got to do more as a top athlete. You got to do more.
And I'm like that would say, like he went to one of the biggest football schools in the country and beat one of the best football teams ever. So like you can't say he's not competitive.
Yeah. We don't see how he. I still think he's not the best quarterback in this draft.
I think he's the safest pick there.
Yeah, because Zach Wilson played at BYU. We've seen Justin Fields, how Ohio State quarterbacks pan out. We don't know nothing about Trey Lance. Matt Jones is Matt Jones. Who else? That's about it.
Yeah.
Unless I'm forgetting somebody.
You named all the top ones.
Who?
I said you named all the top ones.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So nothing like right home about. So yeah, Trevor would be the safest, but I feel like Zach Wilson got a high ceiling. But also, yeah, like you said, it could be 50-50 with him. And how they talking about Justin Fields, it also could be 50-50 with him. So a lot of talk. But all these stories always come out, post-draft. Pre-draft. Be fair, wins winding down. You got a week where teams trying to scare away other teams from drafting this player because they might have this issue or they leak stories about this guy, about how, it's worth it or he been arrested. They always try and throw teams off by releasing bad publicity.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Let's move on. Let's keep this moving. Clowney, he signs with the Browns, 1-year deal worth $2 million. It was all over the headlines. It's nothing to get excited about, in my opinion. Nah, yeah. See, Taylor.
What?
That signing, yay! Like nothing to get excited about, right?
Clowney?
Yeah.
No, I think it's a good signing.
It's a good signing, but nothing like everybody like, oh, the Browns, they boasting on their defense. They gonna be top rated.
I mean, it's definitely like he should have. It's an upside signing. Like it could be huge. It could be. I'm not saying it will be, but I think it could be.
We're gonna have to see. Like I said, it's a good signing, but it doesn't just automatically, put them in the third best team in AFC. Clowney's good, but he's not that good. Dustin, what's going on, man? Yo, Dustin. You must guys on mute.
Yo, I'm here. I was trying to take it off mute.
Yeah, all right. I feel you. Glad to have you on. Thought you weren't gonna make it at first.
Oh yeah, you know I was gonna make it. I just had to make a little delivery.
I feel you. You moving that weight, huh?
Man, always.
I know. Hey, we starting off hot tonight. We gonna talk about this Shannon and KD. Uh-huh. We gonna talk about this Shannon and KD. We gonna start off on fire tonight, man. All right, y'all know the whole story, the whole deal.
Yeah, I saw it.
So basically, let me just summarize this. Shannon went on the show and they're talking about KD and you know that like they always do the Lakers. And Shannon quoted something from a fake source. I think it was this quote right here. People try to discredit my rings, but honestly, I feel like they're the most valuable of our era. People argue LeBron's the GOAT, but if I beat him back-to-back finals, then what does that make me? So that was a fake quote. So after that, KD went on his Twitter, calling him out and say, why you talking fake stuff about me, like, why you talking noise, basically. Then Shannon was like, he tried to take a dig at him by saying you went to a 73-win team, blah blah blah. So they go back and forth a little bit. Then finally, Shannon's like, bro, you can message me privately, and KD didn't want to hear all that. Then Shannon blocked him because he kept going on and he said he didn't want to lose his job. So that's basically the summary of what happened. Who want to take a crack at this first?
Man, I'll go ahead.
He said
man,
like,
man,
sure.
Man, for me, it's just another example of KD being less than manly. Shannon made a mistake. I don't think Shannon had any issue with owning up to his mistake. I mean, it happens. I think as usual, KD overly sensitive and took it to another level. I mean, I can understand him being upset. Off being falsely quoted. But again, there's a way to handle things, and any real man, like if you got a problem with a man, like you're not gonna have a problem, going to him man to man privately, and airing it out. But KD wanted to do all this Twitter stuff and all that. I mean, that just sounds like some, less than manly way to handle it, to go on Twitter and go back and forth. And I'm sure, KD made the comment about, he gets to, criticize and, make statements on athletes, in a public setting. And I mean, that's Shannon's job to do that, So what you're saying not making any sense. And if Shannon made a mistake, I'm sure, based on Shannon's track record, I'm sure he wouldn't have had a problem with going on air and saying he made a mistake.
Mm-hmm.
By reporting that quote. But, KD overly sensitive, and, I'm sure he called his mom and cried about it, and,
Take a mental health day
but,
off.
it's his nickname, Cupcake. He's just living up to the name.
Man, let me tell you this. People get stuff wrong. People in the news get sometimes misquote stuff or do something. They're not perfect. Like, there's plenty of times where I saw some on social media. It looks super real, I promise you. Like, they do everything right. Then as you keep looking, then you find like, oh, that quote is not real. Maybe Shannon should Google it more. I don't know. Like, most time, the stuff you see is pretty legit. And sometimes you do have your face out there. So it happens, man. Like, if he just said, like, call me in private, like, and I do it on here, then just do it. He just said, talk to him in private. This guy, he said a quote, that's his job as an analyst. So he went on the air and said it. So why do he have to go? So why he had to address you publicly on Twitter? That's not his job. He didn't address you there on Twitter publicly. He did it on the show. So that's totally two different situations. So of course you want to go talk to him privately, not be all on trying to let everybody see what's going on, like just being a drama queen. No, man, he said, yo, I misquoted, just call me. We can handle this like men, like adults. Like Shannon said he got too much stake. And into losing his job because he trying to go on a Twitter beef with insecure female. So,
Oh my God.
it's just crazy, man. Like, bro, like it's not that serious, dude.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate with y'all though. Shannon be tweeting about KD, like KD did this, KD did that. So when KD said something to him about it on Twitter, then Shannon want to be like, well, you can call me. And then Shannon want to block him and stuff. That's the part I didn't like. That I don't agree with.
He's an analyst, though, Todd. Like, he course he gonna say stuff about KD. Skip Bayless say stuff about LeBron 24/7.
Well, I thought that he should block him just because, like, you know, KD. I mean, not KD, but Shannon. Shannon from down south. You know, he from. He had a rough upbringing in Georgia. You know, big brother, and you know, KD wasn't going to be able to make the comments that he made about, you know, that comedian guy, Rappaport. He wasn't gonna be able to speak to Shannon like that because I guarantee you Shannon would have lost his job and then you know because I think Shannon would have had to go mano a mano over that, you know.
That's why
Shannon, and then Shannon was he's one of the all-time great tight ends. You know, he ain't Shannon no punk. So, and he pretty. You know, he may not be as tall as KD, but you know, Shannon a pretty big guy. Still,
yeah.
Shannon, he's definitely roughing KD up. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, and he tried to, you know, as a person like Shannon, he's very vocal. He did the right thing, block him because he know that he can get an argument with him and lose his cool. Because Shannon's a talker now. I only watch some of the NFL films with him. Michael, the dude's a talker.
Oh yeah,
so
always.
Shannon, yeah, you see how he on the show on Undisputed. I'm pretty sure if one of us was on the show on Undisputed, he'd probably rip us apart. I probably wouldn't get nothing off. You know, so and it's just KD. He just trying to pick a fight with everybody that don't like him or just not like him, but don't agree with every decision he made. Like we as well know Shane didn't like his decision, so that's history there. But you look at Skip Bayless always going at LeBron 24/7.
Exactly, and then
24/7.
Yeah, and KD wants to put himself on that LeBron status, you know, and I think that was where Kyrie did when Kyrie was in Boston. He finally kind of realized, like, you know, LeBron took most of that heat from me and, you know, handled it because he was getting all the questions, he was getting all the criticism, and a lot of players want to be on that LeBron level, but they're not ready for all the negatives that come with being LeBron, all the criticism, all the commentators, the sports analysts talking about you, going however many, losing this many finals, losing that many finals, being scared to take this shot or that shot, your free throws. Like LeBron gets talked about and scrutinized far more than any other NBA player. It's not even close. You know,
not.
And somehow he can find a way, you know, to shrug it off and go out there, play, do his best. Sometimes he wins, sometimes he loses, but I do have respect for LeBron in that department because LeBron, he's not going back and forth with you on Twitter. He's not going back and forth with, you know, everybody knows Skip Bayless doesn't like him. He's not going back and forth with Skip Bayless on Twitter.
And LeBron will block you also. So it's not like that's a pump move. LeBron blocked plenty of people. Okay, who want to go back and forth on social media? What do that? Answer me this, guys. What does that solve? What does that do?
It does. I think, you know, if you want to, you go ahead.
I think people forget that these people, they humans too, bro. Like, they still people, you know what I'm saying? Granted, KD is real, I hate to use the word soft, but I can't think of the word right now.
He's sensitive. That's what he is. I want to say he's sensitive.
Like, bro, you on the other hand of that, he's like you an NBA player, bro. You famous. Like, people gonna say bad things about you, man.
Exactly. Like,
this is my issue with KD. When Draymond called him a female dog, he was right there in the gym. What'd he do? Nothing. I have a problem. Like, you can't talk to on social media and then another man call you a female dog to your face and you don't do anything? And then you want to get on Twitter and go back and forth with Shannon Sharpe and Michael Rappaport? But you going to let Draymond call you a female dog, though.
In person.
In person. In the gym. No cameras.
I got what you doing? What you doing? And what you doing? Draymond call you a bee in your face and y'all on team. What you doing?
I'm going after him, man.
Pushing them in
Tyler,
the back.
what you doing?
Pushing them in the back.
Tyler, what you doing? If your teammate confront you like that.
Now, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. If it's during the game and we on the bench and there's people all around, like, me and him probably gonna go back and forth. But when we get back in the locker room, it's us. It's me and him. I'm handling it.
Man, oh no, he probably has seen me in the huddle. You ain't gonna say. Hey, I get high. I get mad pretty easily, especially about.
We would have. It would have been on site.
Yeah, it been on site. I'm sorry, cause
it would have been on site.
I had my choice words with people in the huddle before, and it was getting pretty bad. So I don't care.
But
like,
they weren't even in the huddle. They were in
practice. Yes, like, we not leaving the gym till we get the thing solved. Now, what you say? I would have threw that basketball down so hard. I would have dropped that basketball and walked on. Like, what you just say? Nah, KD. Like,
yeah, I would have had to call my agent and told him to get my fine money ready.
I do think, though, that quote was fake. I do think KD feels like that, though.
I do too.
Feel like what?
I mean, you never can tell with KD anyway, because he already, admitted to having the burner account. So, you never know what he's coming out there. And then he started, and when he admitted to that, he started crying on national television.
Look,
he started crying.
With a person who don't brush his head, you'd think he wouldn't care about anything.
Oh.
I'm just saying, the dude hair look like roly polies all day. With hair like that, you think he wouldn't care what people say. So I'm just saying. So this dude, I think a lot of people gonna be rooting against the Nets, man.
It don't matter. Ain't nobody beating them boys.
Man, if they keep getting distracted by media, they will.
And if Spencer didn't when he come back, it's a wrap for real.
God, what's crazy is like all the Harden, man, it's like KD and Kyrie are in their feelings, but Harden, you ain't heard anything from this guy. Now that's now there's something wrong when you don't hear anything from Harden.
Harden really never.
Nah, Harden is outspoken, and he don't take crap. He don't like certain deeds. Like some people, like just like me or somebody get underneath his skin, he will act out too. But he to come as one on the team, that says a lot. I don't like the attitudes, man.
Harden a pretty chill dude, man. Harden a pretty chill dude.
So like, there's sometimes in the games where he get really flustered.
Yeah, that's hard.
What you say, Dustin?
No, that I didn't say anything.
Oh, who was that said something?
I said, you're talking about Harden? He is flustered?
Yeah.
Well, Harden's laid back, man. He's pretty laid back.
Nah.
I don't think I never see Harden. I mean, everybody gets. I don't see him get overly flustered. I mean, I think every NBA player has gets flustered sometimes with any athlete, but I don't think Harden gets just overly flustered. I mean, he gets visibly annoyed sometimes, but he's not. He's not Rasheed Wallace or anything.
I know, I'm not. Yeah, I'm saying out of KD and Kyrie, when he's the most common one out of KD going into this season, that's not being distracted by everything around him, then I don't know. That might be
Harden's been quiet since the Houston thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The one that been making the most noise is KD, and I'm kind of surprised by this.
I mean, for me, KD, he just needs to get over himself and go out there and play some ball. Like you want to be a superstar. You regard yourself as being better than LeBron. Well, do that then, and don't. And if you're gonna be a tough guy, well, be a tough guy. But if you got Twitter fingers, then don't get on Twitter going back and forth if you're not
be a tough guy.
If you're not right, and I don't think anybody. I think KD's mama knows that if KD and Shannon Sharpe ran up on each other, KD's not the thing.
Shannon is folding him.
KD is the type of guy to say, man, I was just playing, man. We was just joking. I was just joking, man.
KD would go the other way. You see Shannon there. Like, oh, look at the time.
KD was like, hold me back. Nah, hold me back, bro. Hold me back.
That's what I saw this stat. Like it was like a joke stat, but it was like KD has like 23,000 something points for his career, but he has 24,000 tweets. And like he has more tweets than he does points.
I might have to follow him because I want to be seeing what he be saying now. Didn't he say he's not motivated by rings anymore?
Yes.
I don't know.
He did say that. He said.
I don't know. I mean, it sounds like something he would say.
Something like that.
But the thing with me, like now with that, I don't really have a problem. Like KD, even though he wants to be regarded better than LeBron, he doesn't. He's not the type of player that wants like that greatness, that great legacy. Where it doesn't seem like it to me, because I mean, as easily as he scores, like he should be breaking scoring records left and right, but he's just not. He just wants to go and have fun. He really like for me, KD really doesn't have like a killer instinct. It's just that he does it so easy that he doesn't really have to have a killer instinct.
So you saying you don't have no problem with him saying he's not motivated by rings?
No, because I mean, I feel like he just wants to play for fun.
Play for fun? Who out here playing for fun?
KD is.
A lot of these people.
They ain't playing for fun. They playing for money. A lot of these guys are playing for money. But if you go into a team, and what you think as a teammate, you hear your best player say, "Man, I don't care if we win a ring or not. I'm just trying out here and just pull some points."
The reason why Harden's one who wants to win the ring the baddest. I mean, they already got, or Kyrie's got his ring. KD's got 2 rings. Harden, he wants to go get him a ring. That's why he came there.
That not making you feel no type of way as a teammate. If your best player is saying, your teammate saying he not even want a ring, like he don't even care about that.
But that's exactly why KD can fit in pretty much on any squad, because he's not gonna try and step on anybody's toes.
I mean,
that's
you can still want
Kyrie and Harden. That's why, because Kyrie and Harden wanted enough so that KD doesn't have to. And KD is not gonna step on their toes by necessarily, wanting the last shot or trying to, score 20 in a row in the fourth quarter. He's just gonna get his spots, get his shots, and so it works. It works for him, and it works for Kyrie and Harden because they want it enough, and he's good enough, for him to say that.
But you don't have to step on somebody's toes to want a ring. You just go out there and compete your hardest.
I think his talent level, like that's for one. That's why he'll never be a leader of a team because of stuff like that.
You go out there and compete. You pay to win the game. I'm playing to win a ring. I'm playing to be the best. If you're just playing just to be playing, like to have fun, then I don't care how good you are. I don't want you on my team because I don't know what you're gonna bring each and every night. I don't know. Are you gonna be motivated to come out and play, or are you gonna be, or I don't know who I'm getting. But with
That's
KD,
the thing. I mean, even a board KD,
it's just like they lost
player
the
on.
Lakers.
But
But I'm
that's
just
the
saying
thing,
they
man.
lost the Lakers without.
I mean, KD is like if you were playing basketball on a 5-year-old team. It doesn't matter how bored you are, you still gonna score whenever you want to.
Man, that's bad. To me, that's just not a comparator. And I'm sorry. I don't care how many times I win a championship. I'm gonna be motivated by winning. That's what separates the greats.
Y'all think that the Nets could win the championship without KD if they just had Kyrie and Harden?
They had to have two other pieces. Like, would they still have what's that guy's name? LeVert?
They had everything. They're saying like they still had everything they got right now minus KD and like maybe next LeVert.
Because they missing. Isn't they missing Dick Willie?
Yeah, he might.
I mean, I don't know if they win it all. I think they could still come out the East, and especially if Spencer Dinwiddie was healthy. I think they would still possibly come out the East without KD. I'm not sure if they could win it all though without KD. Because again, KD just being there, it makes a huge difference on both sides of the floor. I mean, even though he's not known as a defensive player, his going down the lane against a 6'9" guard, it's still a lot different than going down the lane against like a 6'2", 6'3" guard. And it's still a lot of body.
Yeah, that's true. You remember Q? Latavius?
Oh yeah.
He was 6'7", but I promise his wingspan was like a 7-footer. Oh my word!
Yep.
And he definitely he took up the whole paint when he spread his arms.
Oh yeah,
tall, like really tall.
Yeah, but Latavius was only like 6'7" or something like that. What you say? Dustin, did you say something?
No, it's the same thing.
Oh, I keep hearing feedback for some reason. I don't know. But yeah, I just feel like that as a comparator, rings is your motivation. It's just like Tom Brady, LeBron James, Jordan, Kobe, even Drew Brees. He wanted to win so bad, win no ring so bad. I mean, that's the only, as a comparator, that's the only thing you know how to do is try to win. As an athlete, man, I feel like that's the only thing that should be on your mind is winning. At least you're getting paid millions now. People do sell for money because they're like, hey, it's whatever. I stay with this same sorry franchise and get paid bukus of money. Then if we win, we win. We don't, we don't. I'll still be rich. So, but at the college level,
his career kind of says that though. Like he left OKC, went to the Warriors,
right,
got a ring there, and then he went to Brooklyn. He got Kyrie to come with him, and they built this super team. So like, it ain't like it's changed for him. Like he
Yeah,
always
that's true.
been.
That's true.
Right. Because I mean, if KD had a Kobe or a Michael Jordan mentality, man, he would. He would be absolutely terrified. Absolutely
For
terrified.
real. Yeah.
For
That'd
sure.
be scary.
Especially he had Jordan mentality. He'd take
That
over
wouldn't
every
be tough.
time. There's a timetable for LeBron and AD coming back. They said AD should be back pretty soon. Drummond had a really bad game, I believe, versus Charlotte. He only put up 4 points. How you think Drummond? How you think his ability, will affect LeBron or AD game? You think they all gonna mesh well, or you think that Drummond gonna fall off the face of earth playing with LeBron and AD?
I think they mesh well.
Yeah, I agree. I think overall they'll mesh well. I think Drummond, he may have a bad game here and there, but overall they'll mesh well.
Cause some people talking about how Drummond clogs up the lane, and LeBron, that's where he do most of his work. Also, that mid to short game, and another big with AD out there. So I don't know. It just all depends on And Drummond had he said that this has been one of the worst years of him offensively. It just all depends on his
Anybody can make it. I said if anybody can make it work, he's fine.
That's true. He did it with Big Z and Virgil.
Yeah. He did.
So since
was Carlos Boozer on that team too?
Yeah, Carlos Boozer. What, 6'9" Carlos Boozer? Dude probably 6'6", to be honest. He was playing center or power forward?
He was playing power forward. I think that was Brian like rookie year, second year, something like that.
All right. When Carlos Boozer went to the Lakers, man, I was like, what is this guy doing? It's like he forgot how to play basketball. He was a stud with the was it Utah?
Yeah, Utah.
With the Bulls.
Yeah. He was a stud with Utah, and then when he left Utah, he just forgot how to play basketball. With Murray's injury, Lakers are definitely the favorite now.
Yeah, Clippers up there too.
Clippers won what, 6 straight, haven't they?
Yeah, something like that. They number one in the power ranking.
Clippers are number one. I told you Rondo. Hey, I said that guy's the key. They get Rondo, and look at him now.
I thought you said Rondo wasn't a good pickup.
I didn't know. I didn't say that. I said they needed Rondo. Remember we were making a comparison, Rondo and something else. And you're like, nah, Rondo, he's old, he's out of shape, he's blah, 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 he this and that. But as you can tell, when he was the Lakers last year, he was making some big shots and making that offense run. And that's what the Clippers need. They need somebody to make that offense run. Give them to their spots. Give them the ball where they need it.
I don't know if I'm being honest, man. I feel like the Jazz can beat the Clippers in 7-game series. I just do.
I do too. Jazz still my pick to come out the West.
Well, you got the Jazz going to the finals?
Mm-hmm.
I want the Suns too, man.
Now, I agree. I'm rooting. I don't think the Suns are gonna go to the finals, but they're kind of team I'm pulling for to go.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, me too. Suns my second pick. It was the Jazz first.
They probably out in the first. They probably getting Bron in the first round.
Who, Jazz?
No, the Suns.
Suns. Jazz was my first pick to go to the finals, and the Jazz lose. Then I'm root for the Suns. and that was my second pick. Then watch this, but watch. LeBron gonna somehow, some way end up in the finals, and they're gonna be the storyline. Like he's out, blah blah blah, for injuries, and look at him now. They don't try to boot. Yeah, I can see the storyline now.
Don't worry, you and your boy Skip Bayless, man. You know, he's not gonna do. He's gonna do damage control for you.
Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, I follow Skip Bayless, so I'll be reading. I'll be liking every tweet, except for the Cowboys. I feel them sometimes, especially when it comes to LeBron. Like they always trying to make a big story out of nothing, and it's crazy. And watch, like I said, once he go, if he make it to the finals this year, they're like, look what he's up against with a messed up ankle. You know, he almost broke it. They always try to exaggerate stuff. Like, bro, he just rolled his ankle. That's it. So, like I said, Jazz. I had Jazz as my pick. Tyler, who you had?
I still got the Lakers.
Of course you do. I mean, no, you supposed to say, yeah, I still have LeBron.
The GOAT, bro.
Man, come on. Don't even start. And, Gabby, who you say you had? The Suns?
If AD and LeBron aren't healthy, then Suns, yeah.
I still take the Suns as AD and LeBron. I mean, if the Jazz end up playing the Lakers, I'm still taking the Jazz if LeBron and AD is healthy.
I think if they're healthy, I think Lakers will make the finals.
Unless Kuzma keep doing what he's doing, and Drummond keep putting up 15 and plus 10. And KCP, you never know what you're getting from him.
KCP was solid last playoff.
Yeah, after he had a horrible regular season.
Well, that's what matters. Playoffs is what matters, though.
Fact.
All right, let's talk about one more thing before we end the show. Joel Embiid compared himself to Shaq. He said Shaq was dominant in his era, and he's dominant in this era. He said, "Oh, well, let me read the actual quote." He said he was dominant, and that's what I've been this season, dominant. So basically, he's saying no, Shaq was dominant in his era. He's dominant in theirs.
I can't wait to hear Shaq get butthurt about this.
I would say blasphemous.
Very much so.
Very blasphemous.
He finally put together a great year.
Man, he had a good year, but hey,
this is his best season, though.
You talking about Shaq dominance versus? Come on now.
Oh no, I'm just talking about Embiid play. I'm not comparing him his game, what he's doing this season. I'm talking about this one of his best seasons so far.
Yeah, it is. I mean, one of his.
But it's not on Shaq level.
I'm not sure how many games comparatively he's played this season, but I'm pretty sure this is one of his since he's been in the league. I know he hasn't played. Has he played any full season?
Not to my knowledge.
He missed some time this year.
But he does have a point. Does he not?
No.
He's not saying he's Shaq, but he's saying he's dominant. He's one of the best big man in the league. So he's the most dominant big man in the league, is he not?
That's the key there. He said dominant. He said, exactly. He put Shaq's dominance and his dominance in the same sentence.
But he just saying Shaq was dominant in his
It's not
era.
even in the same.
But that's not what he's saying, though. He's saying that Shaq was dominant in his area. He's dominant in his. He's not saying he's like Shaq. He's just saying he's the Shaq of this era.
He's not.
So who will be the Shaq of this era if it's not Embiid?
Nobody. Nobody.
There ain't no true big man like that anymore.
Embiid is a true big man. So that's why he's the Shaq of this era.
No, he's not Shaq. It's blasphemy.
He's the best. He's the best big man of this era. Come on, man. Y'all think about this way too much. Y'all think y'all.
Joel Embiid is not even the Tim Duncan of his era. So I don't
even think he is the best big man.
Who's the best big man in this league then?
Okay, even this year, yeah, but like you can't say era. It's been 1 year.
Right.
Well, let me say this season. He said, "I've been dominant this season." So we'll use this season. So he's the Shaq of this season.
Nah.
I guess. Well, I guess if he would have said, let me say this: if he would have said, "I'm like the Miami Heat Shaq."
Oh my word!
I have no problem.
Y'all always so disrespectful on this show. Y'all need to learn.
I would have
Boston Celtics.
I would have no problem with it.
Right. Oh, come on, man. He's the best big man in the season, so he's the Shaq of this season. There's nothing wrong with that. He's not saying he like Shaq or he on the same level with Shaq. He said he's the Shaq of this season. He's the best big man in the game, and Shaq was the best big man, every season he played until he got older. Well, in his younger days too, Kyle Hakeem was the best big man at that time.
It's blasphemous.
Oh my word!
But
y'all take stuff literally.
Y'all
take stuff too literally.
What would he? I give him this. He's like the Chris Webber.
Oh my word!
I give him that. I give him Chris.
Stop it! Stop it!
I give him Steve Webb.
You're being really disrespectful right now. That's not gonna be tolerated on this podcast.
I give him Steve Webb, man.
Oh man, y'all gotta get that dude.
I give him Amari Stoudemire when he was.
I'll give him Glenn Davis, big baby from the Celtics.
Nah, you really way off. That's a foul. That's straight old foul. Man, Embiid, I'm in your corner. Just send me some free shoes, and I endorse you all year.
You gotta relax with that Shaq talk, bro.
Man, he's not saying he's Shaq though. He's just saying he's the Shaq of this season. Which I didn't answer my first question. Who's the best big man in the league right now?
In the league right now?
His prime was
five. We talking about the 5 position, not the 4, the 5.
Shaq in his prime was unquestionably the best big man.
And Embiid unquestionably the best big man in this season.
No, this season. No, you can't even. Well, you can't really. I mean, for me, I would take the Joker over him.
No, get out of here.
I would.
It's a conversation though.
Man, Embiid would destroy Joker.
Embiid can't stay healthy, man.
B can't stay healthy.
He don't need to when they got
He don't need to. He don't need to. That's not win anything without him.
He don't need to stay healthy, man. Like they got
healthy. No, Ben. That's contradicting. If he's Shaq dominant, that would mean the 76ers need him more than anybody.
They
so
do.
He definitely would stay healthy.
But I'm saying though, they do load management now, so that's not even the question. And how he got injured, they're like kind of like a freak accident too. So
he always
that's
gets
not.
injured.
But that wasn't his fault.
Okay. So Ben, what you trying to say is he's like a little better than Greg Oden. What you saying?
Man, Greg Oden ain't complete. He ain't had not one good year. Come on, man. Y'all something else, man.
He kept getting freak injuries like you said, man.
Y'all something else. So when 76ers go to the finals, what y'all saying?
I don't see that happening.
I'm just saying, like, what y'all gonna say then?
I'm sticking to what I said.
Oh my goodness.
That's what I'm saying. Sweet.
Embiid, you got my endorsement, bro. You always can email me at volsportscast@yahoo.com, and we'll set something up.
So bad.
All right. Let me do something here. All right. Would y'all rather take? We're going to do this. This should be a no-brainer. Obviously, prime Embiid versus prime Shaq.
Prime Shaq.
Okay. Prime Embiid versus prime Elijah Wan.
Elijah Wan, cause Elijah Wan's better than Shaq.
All right.
What?
I'm thinking somebody that like.
I had to pause a little bit on that one, man.
Look, they like
You
head
said
to
that a
head.
little too quick. You said that one a little too quick. Just a little too quick.
I feel like they go head to head. Is it? I feel like there's no wrong choice between Elijah Wan and Shaq.
He was better than early Shaq.
David
Prime Shaq. Oh, that's tough.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Elijah Wan was much more skilled. But I mean, when you talk about late, early, now today, I mean, what you gonna do with that, man?
I know that's the only thing. He's just powerful, man. That's it.
Embiid or Robinson?
That's tough.
Robinson.
David Robinson.
Robinson. But you name it like Hall of Famers, man. Like Embiid only been in the league for like 3 or 4 years.
Exactly.
No, you said he was, you know.
We talking about season, not a career.
So you telling me if Jamal Crawford, you know, he had a couple 50-point games in his career. Could he go on television and say, you know, I was the Kobe of the league tonight?
No, because it's not true. What B is saying is true.
It's the same thing. Yeah, I dropped 50 tonight. I'm Kobe of the league today, boy.
So y'all said Joker is the best in the league. Y'all want to do a poll on that, Embiid versus him?
Well, he's a 4, but
no.
Name me a 5. See, you can't say him then. Name me a 5.
Wait,
I mean, if you saying, if you saying 5, I mean,
it sounds like y'all don't want to come over 5. He's the best one.
If it's saying, if we talking 5s, I mean, the only other 5 you could really compare him to really is Giannis.
I thought Jokic is a 5.
Yeah, I thought Jokic was a 5 too.
He may go back and forth.
All right, well, y'all want to do a poll Friday?
Yeah.
All right, Embiid versus Joker. There you go. That's our poll for the week. And we're gonna
do Embiid versus Shaq.
Nah, because it's a career. We talking about season. Man, come on, Tyler. Y'all don't understand people's quotes, man.
Oh, y'all right. Yeah. Jokic is 5, and then Gordon is the 4. Yeah, so I'm going with Jokic.
All right. Yeah. Y'all gonna lose this one too.
Y'all know Jokic.
He dropped 27 and 12.
Y'all know y'all like 0 and 5 in polls, right?
Because you be rigging them.
No. No.
Thank you.
No way. How can I read 4 social media sites? There's no way I can read that many.
You run them.
I can't vote on them. Y'all be voting on them. Yeah, I can vote on them, but y'all be voting on them, and y'all vote 3-1. Y'all vote mine 3-1 every time. So that doesn't matter.
Get Brittany on there and behave.
Brittany watch sports.
Okay.
Ben, we all know, man. We all know, man. You get back. Hey, babe. Hey, you mind, voting, pressing this, vote button. Don't worry about what it's about. Just press that vote. Hey, Zane, man, come on, man. Hey.
Nah, bro, you don't even have social media, so I don't even say that. Hey, these be your peers. Your peers be voting on this.
They be, bro, nah.
Y'all
be telling them people to vote, bro.
Man, I do not.
No, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if when people walked in the store, man, you was, hey, you mind doing this vote?
Oh, so, man, get out of here. Yeah, boy, y'all just need to know sports. That's all it is. That's why I'm the host, right?
Don't think I forgot about you in those batteries.
Hey, every time you came to the store, you buy 9-1. So what kind of friend are you?
Hey, man, I know you need these batteries or something.
I hated that job. I promise. Like, who just need freaking batteries? Like why I had to offer batteries to every customer?
That's funny. That's funny. Yeah, you need these batteries, but I know you got something that needs some batteries around now.
I only made 10 cents off them batteries. And that commission won't worth nothing. Hey, I'd be ashamed of myself. But, all right, that's the poll for Friday. Tyler lost that Michael Vick one pretty handily. You too, Gatwood. So, Gatwood, look, see, Tyler, Gatwood smart. He knew it was going to happen. He didn't bet a meal.
That's because you rigged it. Had Brittany voting and stuff.
He going to say, your wife voted on it. He listened to the show. What are you talking about?
Of course she going to side with you.
No, she voted for Paul Pierce. Oh, yeah, I did vote for Paul Pierce, too. Paul Pierce versus Vince Carter. Man, okay. Watch, when I put this poll up Friday, yeah, I'm pretty sure she gonna probably vote for the Jazz player. It's just Jokic. You just gonna see. Or she might not vote at all. I know she don't watch new school NBA like that. See, I was gonna do a poll on which era is better, 80s, 90s, early 2000s. Well, it'll be late 80s and 90s, then it'll be early 2000s. Late 2000s, whatever.
Yeah.
I might say that for another poll.
Yeah.
All right. Y'all got anything y'all want to bring up? Y'all good?
Cool.
Good.
All right. Y'all can catch us on most social media platforms. Phil L Sportscast. That's the name. Check it out. Check us out on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and we'll be able to pull up. And thank y'all for liking the videos, liking the podcast. We still trying to add some new dynamics to the podcast. One of them we're gonna be taking callers, so that's gonna be something cool. And I'm gonna have to train you guys, etiquette. So they won't be going off on y'all. But yeah, that's some new thing about bringing to the show. And we out of here.
You are listening to Voice of the Fans Sportscast, brought to you by none other than the voices of the fans. Discussing football, basketball, news, trending topics. The one-stop shop for all things sports. Voice of the Fans Sportscast. Hosted by none other than Ben Swift Reynolds, Taylor Gatwood, and Tyler Wright. Voice of the Fans Sportscast. Voice of the Fans Sportscast.